was a political and social scandal that rocked Washington, D.C. during the early years of President Andrew Jackson's administration. What began as a dispute among the wives of cabinet members quickly escalated into a crisis that fractured Jackson's cabinet and reshaped the course of American politics. The central figures. Peggy Eaton, the wife of Secretary of War John Eaton. Peggy was a lively and outspoken woman whose reputation was the subject of persistent rumors. Many in Washington's elite circles believed she had begun an affair with Eaton before the death of her first husband, which led to her being deemed morally unfit for the role of a cabinet wife. John Eaton, a close ally of Jackson and Secretary of War. Eaton's appointment to the cabinet intensified scrutiny of his wife's past. Four-eyed Calhoun, the wife of Vice President John C. Calhoun, she led the campaign to ostracize Peggy Eaton, rallying other cabinet wives to exclude her from social gatherings. Andrew Jackson, deeply affected by similar attacks on his late wife. Jackson fiercely defended the Eatons, viewing the ostracism as a political attack on his administration. Martin Van Buren, as Secretary of State and a widower. Van Buren supported the Eatons, positioning himself as Jackson's loyal ally and eventual successor. Escalation and fallout. The scandal began before Jackson's inauguration, as rumors about Peggy Eaton's character spread through Washington, fueled by four-eyed Calhoun and other cabinet wives. The Eatons were systematically excluded from social events, and the issue quickly became public, dominating gossip and newspaper columns. Jackson demanded his cabinet members and their wives treat Peggy with respect, but most refused, deepening divisions within his administration. The situation became so tense that John Eaton challenged detractors to duels, and incidents of threats and confrontations were reported. Political consequences. The scandal led to the resignation of nearly Jackson's entire cabinet, except for the Postmaster General, William T. Barry. Vice President Calhoun's standing was severely damaged, and he eventually resigned, the first vice president to do so in US history. Martin Van Buren's support for Jacks and during the crisis elevated his status, paving the way for his succession to the presidency. The affair prompted Jackson to rely more on an informal group of advisers, known as the Kitchen Cabinet, who were not subject to the social politics of Washington. Legacy. The Petticoat affair revealed how personal relationships and social norms could profoundly impact national politics in the era. It exposed the power wielded by elite women in Washington and demonstrated how private scandal could have lasting political consequences.